Hello everyone. So in this video, I am going to explain about copy activity in Synapse, or can say in Data Factory. So in my previous videos, I explained basics concept of copy activity, like what are the things we need before starting a copy activity. And in my previous videos, I also explained one even I showed how to perform a copy activity. Now in this video I am going to choose a source and sync as a Azure Data Lake Gen 2 storage, and I will explain all the features and everything related to this. Okay, so this is my Synapse, or in a Data Factory also we have a same. I just click on integrate. So let's remove this script one, and now I need to select this copy activity. Let's click here. Okay, now first we need to go to the source. We need to see where is source and where is destination. Okay, so um, this is my storage account. In the storage account I have a two container. One is source, one is sync. So sync is my destination and source is my source. In the source, the first path, I have one file. In the customer path, I can say in the customer directory I have one file. Now let's see another one. In the movies one, I have movies file. Now in the retail directory, let's see what we have in the retail directory. So we don't have anything. So I just want to upload something in retail directory also. So let's upload here. Product and sorry, this two I want to upload in my retail directory. Let's upload this. Now inside the retail directory I have one more directory, DS. So let's click on that. And I want to load something here also. Let me click on here, and I want to load this one. So my source is completely ready. Okay, now let's go to the again container. In the sync I have nothing. Okay, I don't have anything at the sync. So now let's go to the Synapse. I already started this. So in my previous video I explained first we need to have a link service. Okay, then we need to create a data set for the source and sync. Okay, so we can create a link service and a data set either at this like either at this activity, or we can do separately also. So let's go to the manage. In the manage we have a link service. Let's click here. I am going to create one link service, Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Okay, so yeah, last time I explained how to choose integration runtime. So in my case I have both source and sync on cloud, so I'm going to use uh, Azure integration runtime, and here I am choosing auto resolve integration runtime. Okay, now let's give some name. I am giving the name source. Okay, now next is how we want to authenticate. This is one of the big question. Okay, so let's depend upon our source and sync. So our source is here Azure Data Lake Gen 2 account. So what are the way we have to access the data of Azure Data Lake Gen 2 account? So if I click on authentication, so we have a multiple way to authenticate. One is account key, another is SAS SAS URI service principal, system assign. This is shared access signature, URL, and service principal, system assigned managed identity, user assigned managed identity. So we have multiple ways. Okay, so it's defined by architecture and security team, like how to access the data of the source, and how to say like access or can say write some data at destination. So everything like before starting work, this thing should be defined by architecture team or security team. Okay, so we don't need to worry about, we just need to follow the method of like which one we are going to use. So in my company, or most of the company, we do use either, I think SaaS, sorry, service shared access signature, service principal, system assigned managed identity, I believe. So here I'm going to use system assigned managed identity. Okay, now selection method. So we have a two option, either we can go with from Azure subscription, and second we can go with manually. So here I am going with the subscription. I selected my subscription. Second is Azure storage account. So my storage account, here we can see storage data 1993. So I selected my storage account. Now I already selected my storage account. Okay, now I can choose my file path also. Okay, so here I can give my file path. So let's leave it now. Okay, let's test the connection. So connection successful. Okay, so I can make it parameterized also, like this storage account, subscription name, these things I can keep parameterized. So what will happen, like one this link service I can use for multiple time. I just like in multiple activity, copy activity, I have a different storage account. So in that case, instead of passing this storage account here, I can pass through parameters. So now I am going to create this. So this is created. Okay, after that my source is link service is created. Now I need to create a data set. So I just clicked on the data. Okay, integrated data sets. Let's click here, click on integrated data set. Okay, Azure data lake gen 2, continue. Data is in CSV format, we know. So let's click on delimited text. Now let's give the name again source. So now we have to choose a link service that already we created. The name is source. So I think we are following this. Create a link service and then create a data set. So we are at the second step. Now file system. Okay. So we have an option to browse. Okay. Let's click OK. I need to use this file system. Okay. Source one. I just want container. Okay. And because I have to retrieve the file from directories. Okay. Now let's click on OK. So my source is ready. Okay. And now let's go to the pipeline. In the pipeline, let's click on pipeline. Click on source. So dataset I already created. The name is source. Okay. Selected. Okay. So now we can see I selected my dataset. Okay. Now file path type. One is a file path in dataset. Wildcard path, list of files. Okay. So in the list of file, we have to point to text file that list each file that you want to copy. Okay, so this is one option. Now we are going with the file path in dataset. So we will explain this wildcard path also. Okay. Now next is recursively. Okay. So in the recursively, process all the file in the input folder and its subfolder recursively, or just the one in selected folder. This setting is disabled when a single file is selected. Okay. So if we select a single file in the data set, what happen? This will be disabled. But now we have not selected a single file. We selected a directory. Okay. So if you click on the source, you see we have selected the source container. If we select a particular file, what will happen? This will be disabled. This recursive part will be disabled. Okay. But here we have selected a container. So recursive part is enabled. So what does recursive means? Again, we can see process all the file in the input folder and its subfolder recursively. So if I come to my storage account and go to my source, we can see let it be load. We can see we have a file in source container, as well as in some file in directory. Then we have a some file in subdirectory. Like if I click on retail, I can see I have a two file in this directory. Now I have a one file in this directory. So I want to copy all the file to my sync. So in this case, I have to choose recursively. Okay. Now I already chosen recursively. Now next this wildcard path I will explain later. Okay. Now let's go to the sync. Now sync dataset we need to create. Okay. So we can see here. One minute. Now we need to create a sync dataset. Okay. So again, let me go to the manage. Let me see whether I can reuse this link service or not. Okay. So this link service is just redirecting to URL, that is my storage account. Okay. And if I choose my file path, then it will redirect to storage account plus file path. Okay. But here I have not chosen a file path. I am just using URL to my storage account. Okay. And in my case, okay, if I go to my storage account, my source and sync both are at a same link service, same storage account. Okay. So I can reuse this link service to create my data set. Okay. Because my source and sync both are under same storage account. If both are at different storage account, then we can create then if both are at different storage account, then we must have to create a different link service. But if both are at a same storage account, then either we can create a separate link service, or we can reuse same link service, because the link service we created for a source, it is pointing to storage account, not any container or path. But if we point some container or path, then we cannot use a same link service for sync also. Okay. But in my case, I can see I just pointed to storage account. Okay. And for my sync, storage account for source and sync is same. Okay. So still, just to avoid a confusion, I want to create one more link service. Okay. The name will be sync. Okay. Sorry. Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Continue. Let's give the name sync. Okay. Authentication type already explained. Now subscription, this one, storage account, I have to select this one. Okay. Again, I am going with two linked service instead of file path. If I choose the file path, then this link service will be valid for some particular file path. Okay. But if I choose only two link service, now I can reuse for another path also. Let's click on test connection. Connection successful. Let's click on create. Okay, I am able to create a sync link service. Okay. Now again go to the data. Again we need to create a data set for this. Integrated data set. Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Delimited text. Now let's give the name sync. Okay. Now link service is sync. Okay. We can go with the source also. There is no problem. Okay. Now in the file path, I just want to choose sync. Or I can leave as it is also. There's no problem. Let's choose a sync. No, we need to choose a sync container. Okay. Now let's click on OK. So my source and sync dataset is ready. Let's go to the pipeline. Click on copy. Already selected source. Now go to the sync. In the sync, we need to find sync one. Okay. This is done. Okay. Now copy behavior. So there are three options: flatten hierarchy, merge file, preserve hierarchy. Okay. So we have a three option: flatten hierarchy, merge file, preserve hierarchy. Okay. So what does it mean? Let's come here. Like I don't know whether I have this information or not. Okay, no problem. So if what will happen if I click on merge file, then all the input file will be merged. Okay. So we can see merge all file from source into one file. But here one thing is like it may downgrade the performance. Another thing is like all input files would have a same schema. Okay. Now second is preserve hierarchy. So what does it mean? So what will happen if I go with the preserve hierarchy? So if I come to source, okay, so we can see there is a hierarchy. Hierarchy is like let it be load. The one file is at main path, then some file is at customer directory, okay, and some file is at movie directories, and some file is at retail directories. Okay, some file is at retail directory. Let it be load. And there are some file inside a subdirectory that is called ds. So if I go with the preserve hierarchy behavior, the way we have a hierarchy or directory, we will have a same in my sync. Okay, we don't need to create a subfolders. Our sync is blank. But and when we go with the preserve hierarchy, same hierarchy will be created there, and the file will be in the same directories. Okay, but when I go with a flatten hierarchy, what will happen? The file will be copied, or can say written at one hierarchy only. In the sync folder, all the file will be there. Okay, it won't preserve source hierarchy. Okay, so we will go with both the options. Okay, one by one. So let's start with flatten hierarchy. Okay, so if I choose the flatten hierarchy, my all file will be copied to into sync folder. Okay, there won't be any directory or subdirectory. So let's debug this. Something is wrong or what? I don't know. Let me file path of data is a folder. The wildcard file. Okay, sorry. Okay, got it. So the problem is in my source data set, in the file path, I have not given any file name or directory. Okay, so we need to, so in the copy activity, in the source, file path in dataset. Actually, my file is at different path. Okay, so in this case, I need to choose my wildcard file path. Okay, so let me run and we'll see error again. The file path for dataset source is a folder. Okay, it's a not like a file path is just a folder. Okay, the wildcard file name is required for copy data. Okay, it is folder. It's not a file. Okay, so in this case we need to specify wildcard file name. Okay, so let's come here, click on source, click on wildcard file path. Okay, source, and then I want to retrieve from all the path. Okay, for all file. Okay, now let's run this. Okay, so it is debugging. It takes some time to start. The thing is, if we in the source, if we choose only container name, okay, in that case we need to specify we need to choose a wildcard file path. Okay, and if we choose a file path where we have a list of file, then we can go with the first option called file path in dataset. Okay, but here we have a selected only container. I will explain again. So it got success. Okay, it got success. So let me re-explain. So here we have chosen a file path. In file path we given only container name source. We have not given directory. We have not given file name. That's why we have to go with this wildcard file path. Okay, we need to select this. I will explain this wildcard file path in a detail, because we need to explain many things here. What is what we have to put here? We can leave blank, but what kind of value we can put here? What is the use of these two? Everything I will put here. And if we point to the file location, then we can go with this one. Okay, and let's it's done already. Output is done. Okay, now let's verify. Come to the source. Sorry, come to the storage account. In the sync, all files should be at the same path. It is loading. Let's wait. We can see all the file copied at same path. Okay, all the file copied at same path. Okay, let's delete everything. Why I deleted, I will explain you again. Now I want to go with another option, that is called preserve hierarchy. Okay, this I will come with this mapping everything. Okay, now I am going with this preserve hierarchy. Okay. Let's debug it. So this time I should have a same hierarchy as we have in source. So it's done. Now again go here. This is my sync. Let's refresh this. Yeah, we can see we have a same structure as we have a source. Okay, click on customer. We have a customer one.csv. So this is my sync. We can see this is my sync container. Come here. Let's go to the source and see the directory. And then we will verify whether we have a same directory or not in my sync. We can see this. Now let's go to the sync again. In the sync we can see same directory. Okay, So this is the way we can use copy. So still this copy activity session has not completed. It's this video is going long, so I'm going to explain many things in my other videos, because I have to explain all the features, like everything one by one. Then in the source part, I have to explain this wildcard file path in details. All the features you can see, I have to explain in details. Like in a mapping also, I have to explain mapping part, setting part, this all the every small things I will explain in detail in my upcoming videos. So the thanks for thank you so much.